So yeah, so I want to specially welcome you all to today's live training, and I do this every week for creatives. And if this is your first time joining us, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So I have two designs I'm going to review today. And before I get to the reviewing of the design, I want to quickly let you all know that design is a process and not a result. So whenever you're asked to work on any design project, understand that there are some process you need to go through before achieving the solution to the problem. There's always a problem that as creatives we're asked to solve whenever we're asked to work on design projects. So the problem and the solution should be our focus. All right. And that's what mostly inspired the composition, for the project. And before I start reviewing the design, I want you all to know that there are so many ways, there are so many concepts, there are so many styles you can use to pass a message to the audience. The fact that I'm showing you guys my redesigned version of the design I'm going to review today does not mean that is the only solution. My job in this training is to share what you guys need to focus on whenever you're working on any design project. Okay. And I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy this. You're going to learn so much from
I
today's
don't found
meeting.
job.
Sorry.
Caesar. So, I just act like
Sorry.
saying nothing. So, oh my man, I want to take
Ew.
picture of that.
Sorry about that. I'm so sorry for that. All right. So, please, that's a feedback from one of the people watching me live. I'm so sorry. Please, guys, as you're joining us, kindly mute your microphone. All right. You're not the only person watching me live. We have lots of people watching this meeting. So please, as you're joining the training, please remember to mute your microphone. Please. All right. Good. Okay. So, all right. So let's go straight to today's training. Okay. Yeah. There's one other thing I want to share with you guys. Please, let's help other creators. All right. If you're watching me live now, or you're watching this training on demand, kindly share this video. All right. Let's help other creatives. Let them also learn from what I'm teaching out for you guys today. All right. Most of the things I give out to you guys are things that cost me a lot to achieve, and I'm giving it out to you guys free. So let's help other people also. Let them also know what I'm giving out to you guys today. So share this video. Let them also learn. All right. So yeah, like I said, you guys are going to enjoy this meeting and you're going to learn so much from this training. So I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see my screen. All right. Yes. So I'm going to hit the good. I hope you guys can see my screen. If you can see my screen, can you signify by saying I can see your screen? Can you drop a message and say, yes, I can see your screen? Beautiful. All right. So this is the this is the first design I'm going to review in today's meeting, and I dropped a message in the Telegram group. Now, for those of you that just joining us, we have a Telegram group for designers. All right. If you wish to be part of this group, I'm going to drop the link to join the platform in the description section of this meeting. All right. So I ask you guys to help check this project and share what you notice about the project. If you have anything you want to say, all right, please drop it in the comment section, or you can drop it in the group. I'll read your message. All right. So this is the first design I'm going to review. So I'm going to wait for your response, guys. Okay, don't let me waste time. All right, let's just start. I'll be expecting your messages, guys. All right. So this is a beautiful project here, and I review one design in every of my trainings, but I decided to make it two today because I like what this designer did here, and I believe I can also use this to teach you. What I love about this project here is the layout. All right, and the reason why I say I love this layout is because, I've always been sharing this with you guys that whenever you're working on design project, all right, your illustration mostly is what shape the layout of your project. If you're good at paying attention to your illustration, the part of achieving successful design layout you're at least you've tackled, like, let's say 30% or 40% of that side of graphic design. So I'm saying this here now because of the way this designer played with this layout here. Some of you may not really know what inspired this layout here. If you look at this roof here, all right, if you look at this roof here, you notice there's this part here on the roof, and this part here is what inspired this layout. Because if you look at the flow of this, the skewing of this title here with the other information here, you'll notice they follow the same path with the roof, and that's what I always share with you guys. You see, your layout most time is what shaped your illustration most time is what inspired the layout that the layout of your project. Okay, all right. Now but there are still notice that the designer did not do well. All right, the part of the layout is beautiful, but there's this not using the right illustration here, which I think is not really passing the message right, because the title here says all night prayer meeting. I expect to see more of something that show prayer. All right, yeah. If the title say house prayer meeting, all right, we can still use this, but the title did not say house. I don't expect to see this. All right, I don't expect to see this roof here. It's not really passing the message right. The use of the wrong illustration can affect the success of your design. Images are they are one of our tools. They are part of the tools that we use to quickly pass the message to the viewers. So the wrong use of image in your project the wrong use of the wrong use of illustration in your project can affect the success of your design. All right, then the other thing I noticed that the designer did not do well here is the way he or she played with the dates and time here. You see, when you're arranging your element, that's another thing I want you guys to start learning how to do, and this is not hard. All right, yeah, at first it may be a bit difficult for you, but as you start noticing this, as you start playing with this, you'll find yourself doing this right. And I'm saying dealing with this, you'll find yourself doing this right. And I'm saying this here because of the way this designer positioned this date and time here. Never place the content in your project without making it align to a particular or another element in your project. Watch what I'm about to do now. If I hit Ctrl J here now, the way the designer play with it is not nice. Is that you make this align to the letter N here, or you make, I'm talking of, okay, sorry guys, I need to make this clean so you guys can get what I'm saying here. Okay, so yeah, so if I make this visible now, all right, and so instead of you make this align to the letter N here, all right, and make the end part of the time align with the letter G here. All right, sorry, I need to convert this to smart objects so as to maintain the quality of the image. So is that how you do this? All right, make it align like that, because simple moves like this most time is what make our design look sweet. Design is more like the way architects do their drawings. So don't just place elements because you feel, okay, I just want to place it. No, you don't do that. All right, it's not always nice. Another thing you can do is you can always move it in like so. It will still fly like that, but make sure this align to this. All right, yeah, like that. All right. Now, aside from this, there's another thing I noticed that the designer did not do well here again, which is the placing the having um this white feel behind the logo is not always professional. Most time clients are the one that normally do designs like this. And if you check it, most of the clients that do designs like this are the ones that use Canva. All right. It's mostly clients that use Canva to do design that normally do this. And as a designer, you need to start working on design projects the way you need to start doing something that is different from the way clients do design, so they won't replace you. If clients find out that they can do better than you, or they do the same thing you do, then they will start looking for ways to replace you. So try your best to work like professionals. All right, do something, something something your clients can, something your clients can't, achieve. All right, so the placing of this here is not okay. I know some of you may be wondering, okay, Caesar, what of in a case where the logo can't be visible on the background? So if I happen to be you, this is what I'll do. So let's first take the logo out from the side first. So let's take this out first. All right, so if I hit Ctrl J and let's cut this side here, I want to fill that part so we won't have too many logo, or we won't have more than one logo in the project. So if I make a copy of this and put this in here and use this to cover this. Yeah. So this what, if I happen to be the designer, this is what I'll do. Where's the logo? Oh yeah. So if I move this here now, you can always move this here like this and make it look like a board that pushed out from the upper part of the frame. All right, I can do this. I hope you guys are learning here. So let's take this out from here. Oh, excuse me, I'm doing this on the wrong layer. Good. So is that how you do this? All right, because if you make, excuse me, because if you don't put this here, all right, you're going to get the viewers confused. You're going to make them look like, you're going to make them think you're going to make them think that whiteboard is part of the logo, and it's not part of the logo. The idea is to make the logo visible. So if you're going to work that way next time, it's always best to make the background of the logo, which is the color you use on the background, make it a bit make it touch the upper part of the frame. Okay, yeah. And if you want to place the logo at the bottom part of the frame, you can also do the same thing by moving this here and still do the same move, and it will still fly. All right, you can do like this, and it will still work. I hope you guys get this. All right, but the reason why I won't place this here is because it's overlapping on the illustration, which is not professional. That's another thing you need to watch out for. Avoid making your logo overlap on your illustration. It's not always professional, okay? Because logos, the professional way of using logo in your project is to not make anything close to it. Don't place anything close to it. Any image, anything that is not part of the logo should not be close to it, because whatever you place close to the logo is going to be seen as part of the logo. All right, so take note of this. All right, good. All right, so I hope you guys learned something there. Before we get to the next design, please, if you learned something from what I just shared with you, please kindly drop a message and let me know before I get to the next design, because the goal is to make you guys become better creatives. So if you learn something from my reviewing of this design here, please let me know. All right, please. I would appreciate if every one of you can drop a message in the chat box. And if you're just joining us, kindly, you're welcome first. You're welcome. And please share this video with other creatives. Let them also learn from what I'm giving out to you here free. Okay, good. All right. So let's go straight to our next design. So this is our next design here, and this is where you guys are going to learn a lot. All right, you guys are going to learn a lot here. Now, this here is a church flyer, and I'm sorry if the designer, I pray the designer won't take my critique on this design personal, but first, I'm not lying here. The designer did a good job where, making the information in the project easy to, all right, we can easily see the title here, the title looking bold here, and we have the time here, we have the minister's name, the dates, and then we now have the Google Meet link, which here it's easy for us to see the information in the project, but that is not enough. All right, that is not enough. Yeah, I've always shared this with you guys that it's always best to make the information in the project visible. All right, because our goal is to inform the viewers, and the part of how we can inform the viewers is to make the information in our project visible for them to read. All right, but that is not enough. All right, because there's the part of using the right color, there's the part of using the right illustration, there's the part of using the right image. I mean, there's the part of using good image to illustrate your message. All right, and here I noticed that the designer did not really pay attention to the message. All right, the designer did not really pay attention to the message, and that's the reason why we have so many elements that are not necessary. We have colors, all right, that are not suitable for a project like this. On the part of the illustration is beautiful. All right, the illustration is perfect, but the part of using elements that are not necessary is what I notice here, and the part of color. All right, so the title first here, the type for the title here is not really okay. We're talking about fate here, and I've shared this with you guys, and which I'm going to advise every one of you to still go back and watch the tutorial if you've watched it. And if you have not watched this tutorial I'm about to mention now, please do your best to go watch it. So I did a training on how to know the right element to put together, or how to solve design problem. All right, and the title of the training is From Canvas. Hey, somebody should help me. From concept to Canvas, or from concept to Canvas. So please go watch it. I believe after watching it, you guys are it's going to activate something inside of you. All right, so the title here, all right, the type used on the title here is not okay. All right, we're talking about fate. I know so many of us always fight with knowing the right title to use, the right type to use in our project, and that's where AI comes in. All right, before working on any project, it's always best to do research. I'm going to show you guys how I achieve the right research, how I achieve the research I use for my version, and also how I put it together. But before I get to that, let's finish with this first. So the title here is not really okay. The color used on the title is perfect for the title. All right, because the title is talking about fate. So fate, blue is also part of the color that you can use to depict fate, which I'm still going to show you guys before we end this meeting. And then the other thing I noticed that the designer did not really do well here is the repeating of the same information. Part of what we should always watch out for whenever we're working on design project is the trying our best to simplify the project. All right, simplify it enough that the viewers will quickly get the message. All right, when you're working on a design project, watch out for information that repeats itself. And when you notice we have information that repeats, like you have repeated information in your project, see how you can simplify that information will not repeat itself and people will quickly get the message. Now, but there are times when you need to do that. But if the message in the project did not call for it, please avoid repeating information in the project. Okay, so that's one of the things I notice in this project here, and I'm saying this here now because of the way we have repeated time here. We have 4 p.m., 4 p.m., we have 8 p.m. here twice, we have 9 p.m. 3 times here, and we have 10 p.m. once. So all this repeated information here are not necessary, and that's what makes you different from your client who is proven to be a professional designer. What we professional designers do is we try as much as possible to simplify the project so the project look less busy. Part of is the repeating of the same information, so please avoid that. And the other thing I notice again here is the black color we have on the background. All right, this color here is not really suitable for the word fate. Most time when we use black and white color in our project is part of how we depict when something bad is happening, like something you're trying to make your viewers know that okay, there's something that is not supposed to happen, that happened to the person in the artwork, or maybe the event, or maybe the movie that you're trying to draw your viewers to go watch. So black and white also have its own meaning. Now, there are some people who like black and white, so but make sure you know your client and their audience before you use colors. All right, but where I come from, black and white is, in fact, most countries, most people know that black and white is a sign of something negative, something bad. All right, so you don't use black and white to depict project like this. All right, good. So I think that's just it for this, and I'm going to go straight to the redesigned version of the artwork. Now, okay, yeah, before I get to the redesigned version of the artwork, the image used in the project here is not okay. All right, now the image, yeah, it's a drawing, but images most time is also, sharp images. Yes, sharp images, what they do is they help make our project look interesting. All right, they make it look sweet. Sharp images can make boring design look interesting. Design that or event that is going to be boring, if you use good quality image for the project, trust me, you're going to make people think the event is going to be very interesting. You're going to change people's mind on what's going to happen at the event. So sharp images are best for graphic design. Avoid using dull images. I see in my redesign version of the project, this is still the image I use, and I'm going to show you how I was able to get the same image for my version. Okay. All right, so let's go straight to the redesign version, and here it is. So this is my illustration here for the project. All right, I'm sure you guys can see that it's still the same image that the designer used, and I'm going to show you guys how I got the image, because there are times where you go on the internet and you see an image that look exactly what you want to use for the project, but because it's an artwork like a drawing, it's difficult for you to use the image. So see what I did here. So I went to ChatGPT and I prompted ChatGPT to convert that image, all right, that illustration, to a realistic image. All right, look at this is the message I prompted. I used to achieve the result that I got from ChatGPT. So I said convert the artwork to a realistic scene and turn the characters into real humans. And ChatGPT generated this image here. But there's a problem on the image here, because if you look at the head of the boy here, it looks off, and that's another thing you also need to watch out for whenever you are prompting AI to generate an image for you. I don't know, maybe in future AI will start making things look perfect, but as a designer, you need to work together with AI. You need to help AI whenever you prompt AI to generate images for you. So check out for errors. Most time when you ask AI to generate image, like image where we have characters, at times AI always make mistake. There was a time I prompted AI to generate an image for me, and it turned the person's hand. It gave the character 6 fingers. All right, so you need to, as a designer, you need to take out one of the fingers yourself. All right, so yeah, so I had to now go on the internet and get a side view of a boy and replace it with the result I got from ChatGPT. And if you look at the face, excuse me, I want to hit the, if you look at the head here, you notice that it's not the same head I got from ChatGPT. All right, good. So let me show you guys my process here. So we have the background image. So I had to crop the image to take out the background because visibility is very important. This this color I use in this project is this, because I'm sure you guys can see that I have this bright looking sky. So if so this is how I was able to get the right color to use. So I went to Google and I type colors that depict fate. Can you see the result here? So this was what I searched for, and Google gave me this AI overview results. And the message here is colors that depict fate include red, blue, white, gold, green, and yellow. And see, if AI gives you colors like this, it doesn't mean you should use everything. That's another mistake that some of us might end up making. Do not use everything, okay? The fact that AI said, okay, these are the colors to use, doesn't mean you should now use all the colors. Do you understand? AI is just there to give you options. Then you will now be the one to pick the ones that that flow with what you want to do, or the one that goes with your style. All right, because the design is your world, so you have the power to do whatever you think is best for the project. All right, so what inspired the bright white color here actually is not really white, it's light blue. All right, but we can still call it white. Okay, so it's the color that I got the inspiration from Google there. And we now get to the title. Now some of you may be wondering, okay, Ceasar, how did you manage to know the right character to use in terms of fonts? All right, how did you manage to know the right font? So I'll go back to Google again and I'll type best typography for fates, and Google said we can use serif, all right, fonts like Garamond and Meriwether, but I didn't use Garamond here, but I just focused on serif. So any serif character can go for a project that depicts fate, and that's the reason why I have this font that I have here, the character I use on my title. And there's something I did here which I need to also share with you guys here. You see, contrast is very important. Contrast is key. Contrast is in fact is the life of making everything visible in your project. Okay, the reason why I decided to use this shade of blue here is because my background is bright, so I need to use color that with the value of the color that will contrast the color on my background. And another thing I want you to also take note of here is, please, whenever you are using type in your project, don't see type as just text. See type as images. All right, see them as images that speak to people or that speak to you. If you look at the text tool here, you notice I use the italics style of the same character. So for those of you that want to know, the character I use here is called Miller. All right, that's the name of the character. It's called Miller. So I use the italics style of the character to depict movement, because we have the word as on the title here. We have fate to fate. It means fate, then next to another fate. So the word to there simply signify movement. All right, it means something that moves from one location to another location, and that's the reason why I decided to use the italic style. So if you're trying to depict movement in graphic design and you want to use type, all right, to depict that movement, is either use italics as your style, or you tilt the, is it tilt, yeah, or you skew the type to show that, you know, movement. And that's what inspired this title that I have here. All right, so we'll now get to the next information, which is the name of the ministers. All right, so I decided to place this here because for me, you know, like I said, the design is your word. You have to be the one to decide what you know is best for the project. Okay, so I decided to place that there because I want people to see the people who are coming to minister at the event. So I decided to move it close to the title so as to make people quickly see the people who are coming for the event, because when you place any small information next to bold information in your project, the proximity of that bold information will make people see that small information in your project like it's also important. And why that's the reason why I decided to move this close to the title. So when you are putting together your elements, please, you have to be smart, and you also need to be eyes open whenever you're placing elements in your design. When you have small information, when you have information that you make small in your project, please move it close to bold information or bold elements in the project, so as to help make the eye of the viewers quickly go to it after seeing the bold or large information that you have in the project. Now I'm giving you guys my tricks. All right, yeah, so the whole idea is to help make the project look simple. That's the reason why I decided to make, you know, that information there smaller. And we'll now get to the next information here. Now the same principle I did here is still the same thing I did here. Look at the date here. Notice that the date is bolder. All right, so I decided to place this information here close to it, so I make the proximity of this bold information here, make the attention of my viewers go to this information that I have here. Now you see how I was able to simplify the time in order to avoid repetition in the project. So as a designer, you need to learn the habit of paying attention to how you can simplify your project in order to make it sweet and, you know, visible to the viewers. And then when I have the logo, now this is what I was trying to teach you guys the other time, that when you are placing logo in your project, please try as much as possible to place it where nothing is going to be close to it, because if you place anything close to your logo, you're going to make the viewers think that thing you place next to the logo is also part of, you know, the logo. Now before I end this meeting, there's something I want to quickly add to, you know, what I'm teaching you guys today. Please guys, never work on design projects when you are hungry. All right, one of the evil spirits, yeah, I'll call it that name, one of the evil spirits that normally affect our brain as creative is when we are working with empty stomach. Don't work with empty stomach, or else you do rubbish. Because when I was working on this project here, all right, there was a particular layout that I created that after eating, all right, after eating something, my eyes were open and I was like, did I actually make this layout? All right, and this is the layout here. All right, yeah, so this is looking childish. And when I was working on this with empty stomach, I was feeling full, you know. I was like, yeah, this is okay, yeah. Then At some point, um, I was just moving my mouse, right? And that's another thing. If you have not experienced this, you are still a beginner, all right? You have not experienced what I'm about to speak today. It means you are still, you are hungry working on design project. I thought you just be moving your like this. You'll be moving the mouse on this, all right? And why you are moving the mouse is not because your stomach is okay. So instead of wasting your time moving the mouse, please go find something to do. So don't work on design project with empty stomach. It's one evil spirit that can affect your creativity, All right. So please avoid that. All right. So if you learned something from today's meeting, please can I see you give this meeting a like and also drop a message in the uh, comment box. Let me know if you learned something from this meeting. Your response, your message always make it. Even if I didn't do well, please still say something, right? Okay. And if there's anything you know is uh, training, please drop a message and call my attention to it. All right. Um, I want to especially appreciate the designers that sent their designs to us or to me and my team to review. Thank you so much for doing this. You guys are actually the one who are helping other creatives. It's not me because without your design, there's no way we'll be able to have what we're doing today. All right. And if you have not subscribed, remember to hit the subscribe button and remember to click the post notification bell so you get notified when I post my tutorials. And then there's one other very important information I want to share with you guys before we go. If you have questions you want to ask me, please drop it in the comment box now before I share the next information I want to share with you. So if you have questions, please quickly drop it now. I'm only going to take 3 questions. And after the 2 questions, then we're going to sign out. Then before I go, then there's something I want to share with you. Please, guys, we have a foundation where we're helping poor people, most especially the paying for the designs. So because of this, we decided to start a foundation where be a blessing to those people. All right. Now we have some gadgets and also space where we want to be training these people. All right. Now we can't do this on our own. We need funds. So if you have any amount you think you can help us with, kindly make use of the account details that you have on your screen. For people who are in Nigeria, you can use the account details, the number on the screen. But if you're outside Nigeria, you can make use of the seller link below the account details. Every amount that comes from you will be highly appreciated. And we want to especially thank those of you who have been supporting us. Thank you so much for for doing this, and I pray that your pockets will never ever run dry. Amen. To never run dry in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. So so I have a message from the Telegram group. So this is coming from Daniel. Daniel is saying, I learned a lot, especially the logo placement and also learning how to source for colors. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that beautiful response from you. So more questions. So okay. So we don't have any questions today. I'm only getting testimonial from people. So Ali is saying, thank you so much, sir. The class was amazing. You're welcome. So next week we're having another class. And yes, there's another very important announcement I need to add before we go. Now we're having a YouTube live on the last week of December. It's going to be a training that will set you up, that will get you ready for next year. So the training is about teaching you how to be a successful designer. All right. Well, I'm going to be talking about what to look out for, the things that I have tried that I was really, that has really worked for me. We're going to be talking about how to get inspiration, how to excel as a creative person. So the artwork for the training will be posted on my Instagram page, and also I'm going to put a banner here on my YouTube channel to also remind you guys and notify you about the training. And please, I want us to work together as a team, guys. When you see the artwork for the training, please share it. Use it to invite people. Let them also learn, or let them also know about this event. Okay. All right. So somebody's asking on YouTube that how can we send our design, sir? Okay. So for you to be able to send us your design, you need to be a member of the Ceasar Empowerment Foundation Telegram group, and I have my team there. Just send it to